cameraman would only hurry up because the weather is awful and it's very rare that you'd ever see me out in this weather. However, it's the annual Christmas pilgrimage to pick stuff for the Christmas table. So frankly, we're going to get going. We've got some parsnips, we've got some sprouts, we've got the usual Christmas stuff. We'll start with the parsnips. They've had a couple of good frosts. The weather has been particularly good for growing these this year. And this will be the first harvest, so let's see what they've done. I'm using a spade. If you use a fork, it tends to rip the parsnips up. So we'll use a spade, dig as deep as we can, and just gently lift them, and we'll hopefully take them out whole. They're bigger than we thought, which is good news. So look at these babies. That's what we're looking for. These smaller ones are perfect for roasting, and the bigger ones will be chopped up and mashed. Quite frankly, you can see, look at that. That is not good soil for digging. It's not even good soil for picking, because it is blowing a gale out here. That's it, that should do us. That's a good amount for a family. Bear in mind we've got a dozen other things to do as well. We're going to try the carrots as well. These have been in quite a while and may be no good by this time of year. The root fly is a particular problem on this site and they may well have ruined them. But if we pick enough of them and we've got a full row, perhaps we can have enough to roast or to at least make a meal out of it. And do you know what? These was particularly dirty. There's a couple of holes in them from the root fly. But they, with plenty of them, will be fine. I should apologise at this stage as well, because the cameraman is holding a bin lid over the camera to keep it dry. So if you see any black edges in the top, it's his fault. I think he's been on the mulled wine this morning. There you go. These baby carrots, absolutely cracking. And these are clean as anything. In the sense of not having problems. So these are all good. Next thing for Christmas, you can't have Christmas without sprouts. We're going to dig down. Usually we take the cage off, of course, the weather just is being particularly unkind today. So we're just going to duck into here. Oh! First secateurs. And we've done too well with the sprouts and the secateurs are too small. So I'm going to find a bigger tool. Unconventional perhaps, but this is one of Jerry's special tools. I nicked it from his shed, so let's see if it works. There you go. Perfect. Look at these babies. They are perfect sprouts. We're also going to pinch one of these small cabbages. That's easy to lift, and that is perfectly formed. Last thing to do is put the herbs and the stuffing. Now we put these in earlier in the year. We've had difficulties weeding them, but actually the herbs themselves look fantastic. We've got sage, rosemary, thyme over there. Pick a bundle of each, and this will be fantastic to go with your turkey or your bird or whatever it is you're doing. Rosemary, bit of thyme. There you go, fantastic. Look at that. Just before we go into the dry, grab a coffee in one of the other greenhouses on the other plot. You can see the damage the wind's done to this greenhouse. There's no point in repairing this today because the wind is just too strong and it's going to come straight down again. We may as well let the wind blow through the greenhouse and be done with it. But one thing we do need to grab from this greenhouse is one of these babies, which we killed off, picked earlier in the year, and this again is ready for eating now.
Whilst I've been decorating the greenhouse for the Allotment Gardener Christmas party, Phil's been collecting some produce off of his plot.
Jerry, mate.
Yeah?
My sprouts have been a failure.
Your sprouts have been a failure?
Can I have some, please?
Go on in, go and pick some.
Thank you.
Oh, that's really made my day. I'm in a good mood anyway because it's Christmas. Now I'm in an even better mood. As you're aware, the year on the plot is my original plot, and we share the produce on that we've been growing between us this year. But Phil, being the better gardener, wanted to grow the best sprouts, so tried growing them on his plot, which you've seen and you'll see again next year. But unfortunately, it didn't work, and he's having to have my sprouts on Christmas Day. I might even send him a text about that.
Oh, shut it! Since it's Christmas and it's coming to the end of the year, we've left the cameraman outside under a towel, looking very distressed. So we'll take our time with this. Jerry's kindly brought along some brandy, which we've added to little festive coffees, so cheers to that.
Merry Christmas.
Indeed, it's coming to the end of the year. It's been a bloody good year actually, and we've had a great time filming. I'm glad that you've joined us. But we've actually bought ourselves a couple of gifts. Or bought each other a couple of gifts, I should say. So, Merry Christmas, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you.
And let's see what we've done.
Hey, a gardening book.
Well, I thought, to be honest, mate, I thought you could do with the advice.
How to garden.
How to garden.
Well, thank you very much.
Compost specialist. The compost, just because I've wrapped my compost on one occasion, he gives me the compost specialist.
Well, next year, at least you'll be able to get something right, even if you can't get your sprouts right.
I'm not going to live this down. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure. I've got one present left over. It's not for Phil, it's not for Jerry, it's one of you out there. This is a special Allotment Gardener present to say thank you to all of you, but one lucky viewer is going to get a mystery gardening prize, which will be pretty useful for the start of next year. All you have to do is, earlier in the film we showed a clip with 3 decorations in it. Just go on the Facebook page, tell us what the decorations are, and you could be in with a chance of winning the present, which will be drawn out of all the correct winners in January 2014. In the meantime, wish you all a Merry Christmas from Phil and I, and we'll hopefully see you in the new year.